Namaste everyone, this is Rupi Raja and today I will give the IPO review for Aegis Vopak Terminals. Before starting the video, I'd like to give the disclaimer that the opinions and facts given in this video is not financial advice. The disclaimer is given to clarify that my content is for informational and educational purposes only. While I share my analysis and perspective on stocks and mutual funds, I am not a certified financial advisor and everyone's financial situation is unique. The disclaimer ensures you understand that any investment decision should be based on your own research or guidance from a licensed financial professional. As equity markets carry risk, it's all about keeping things transparent and encourage responsible investing. Talking about what is an IPO, IPO stands for Initial Public Offering, and IPO is the process through which a private company offers its shares to the public for the first time, enabling the company to raise capital by selling ownership stakes to the investors. This transition allows the company to become a publicly traded company with its shares listed on the stock exchange, for example, BSE or NSE in India, where they can be bought and sold by institutional and retail investors. So, every company will want to list its share at a high valuation in its IPO. Talking about my opinion on IPOs, IPOs are often priced at a premium due to market hype, strong investor demand, or aggressive marketing by investment bankers. Many IPOs underperform their benchmarks in the first year. This speculative behavior by retailers in blindly applying to all IPOs can lead to irrational pricing, increasing the risk for post listing declines as the hype subsides in the retail investors. Personally, I approach the IPO market very cautiously and sometimes find undervalued companies who are forced to bring their IPO in bear markets. A bear market is a market where market sentiment is low due to downward trend in the stock markets for a long time. And when a company is forced to bring its IPO in a bear market, we can get a good bargaining price for the company shares. So that makes a good time to invest in such an IPO. Talking about AVTL company, it was established in the year 2013 and it is India's largest third-party operator of tank storage terminals for LPG and liquid products with storage capacity of 1.5 million cubic meters for liquid products, and that is equal to 26.64% of India's third-party liquid storage capacity. And the company also has a storage capacity of 70,800 metric tons for liquid petroleum gas, and it corresponds to 12.23% of the national static LPG capacity. The company operates 18 terminals across 6 key ports, managing 61% of India's LPG import volumes and handling 23% of India's liquid import volumes. Talking about the IPO details, the issue type is build book offering. The issue size is 2,800 crores rupees and there is no offer for sale. Talking about the price band of the company shares, it is valued at 223 rupees to 235 rupees per share, and the minimum lot size of applying for retail investors is 63 shares. So the minimum investment capital for retail investors lies between 14,049 rupees to 14,805 rupees. Talking about the issue date, the IPO opens on 26th May 2025 and it closes on May 28, 2025. And the allotment date for the company shares will be on 29th May 2025 and the listing date for the company shares will be on June 2, 2025. Talking about the share reservations and objectives of the IPO, the qualified institutional buyers or QIB have a share reservation of 75%, non-institutional investors have a share reservation of 15%, and retail individual investors have a IPO share reservation of just 10%. If you apply in this IPO, you have a good chance of getting a high listing gain. So this is the first green flag. Talking about the objectives of the issue, 27.2 crore will be used to repay or prepay the outstanding borrowings of the company, reducing the debt burden of the company. 671.3 crore will be used to acquire a cryogenic LPG terminal in Mangalore to enhance LPG storage capacity of the company, and this will be in the capex of the company. The remaining funds of approximately 805 crore will be used for operational and strategic needs. In other words, it will be used for general corporate purposes. Talking about the financial performance of the company, the revenue was up 58.7% year on year from financial year 2023 to 2024 to financial year 2024 to 2025. So this is our first red small flag because this revenue is a bit high. Talking about my second biggest red flag, the profit after tax of the company was up close to 1000% year on year, approximately from financial year 2023 to financial year 2024. So this makes it a bad case to invest in this IPO. Moving on, talking about the price to earning ratio of the company, it is close to 301 based on EPS given in the draft red herring prospectus that every company files before its IPO. The price to book ratio of the company is 17.71. So this is also very high. So there are three big red flags here versus one green flag. So as a result of which I am not in a mood to invest in this IPO. You can see over here the profit after tax of the company. See how did it increase so rapidly that in 2022 it was at a loss of 1 crore. In 2023 it was a loss of close to 7 lakhs. In 2024 it was up by close to 86 crore. So the profit after tax become 86 times in just 1 year, and it is quite not possible. So, in my opinion, I will not invest in this IPO. The company has bumped up its profits in the balance sheet to get a high valuation for its shares. So, personally, I will not invest in this IPO because I do not want to take unnecessary risk. So, if you're a long term investor, you should skip this IPO. And if you're a short term investor or a trader, you should skip this IPO because it is not attractive for short term trading. Even though the retail portion is at just 10%, still it doesn't make a good case to invest in this IPO. Doing the perception analysis for this company is not in a fancy sector. I don't think a lot of other retail investors will be interested in investing in a liquefied petroleum gas or in gas sector. Many retail investors might chase after renewable energy themes, but I don't think many retail investors are interested in investing in LPG or in the gas sector. If you want to read about the draft red herring prospectus of the company, I have attached them in the description of this video. So that's all for today's IPO review. I encourage you to dive into the red herring prospectus, monitor subscription trends, and comment your opinion if this IPO aligns with your investment goals. Stay informed, invest wisely, and I will see you in the next video for more market insights. Before ending the video, I'd like to promote myself. If you want to book any consultation related to investments, portfolio consultation, mutual fund advice, or stock advice, you can connect to me on LinkedIn, which I will give in the description of this video. And you can directly message me for consultation details. I am Ritvik Tiwari and I am a graduate from BITS Pilani. In my consultation, I will share my personal insights and personal strategies for generating a return of a CAGR of 20% or more. I would like you to note that I am not yet a financial certified advisor, so I won't recommend specific stocks to buy or sell, but I will provide valuable perspectives on if I was in your position, what I would have done to help you make informed decisions on your portfolio. So hope you like this IPO review. Thank you. This is Rupi Raja.